Matt Campbell, former Carolina Panther, joins me right now. Of course, with Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, 6:30. No Panthers, but back-to-back NFC South titles. And some say, well, with a losing record, come on. But the fact that I thought that Carolina Panther team got better. Did you watch a lot of the Panthers?
I saw a few of the games. I didn't get to see as much as I'd like to, but it's all relative to your conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you have a losing record, it was better than the other teams in your conference relative to them when you talk in-conference scheduling. So what they got, they earned.
Right.
And like it or not, that's the way it is.
When you look at Cam Newton running this offense, and it's changed since you've been there, obviously, but what do you think of Cam? What do you think of the team? You know, they had that two-headed monster at running back with D'Angelo Williams and Stewart and big, massive offensive line. When you look at this team, what's so different about it now than when you played?
I think the game has progressed. It's something I never thought I'd see the NFL progress into, a running quarterback. There's so much put into having an NFL quarterback that they were such a commodity, you didn't want to get them banged up,
right,
dinged up. As an offensive lineman, I had to take special pride in protecting that guy. Now, you know, you're running the guy, so you're putting him in harm's way. I mean, these guys are fast, they're big, and they're strong, and they're going to nail you. So, you know, that the game has progressed, and they're really taking on more of an identity as a college team. I think it is a good thing. I think the game does need to progress. You know, the biggest question I have at that level, can you have two quarterbacks that can do that? Because if Cam Newton gets hurt, you lose part of your offense, or you have to completely change your offense to meet the needs of the second quarterback.
When we look at the Super Bowl, a couple of things more we'll ask you before I let you go. One, Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined. That was his response to the media on media day. He don't like the media, but he would have been fined $500,000 had he not spoken to the media. But that was his answer. I'm only here so I don't get fined. Should, being a former player, both of us, should a player have to speak to the media? What are your thoughts on that?
You know, you get paid this great salary, this grand salary, and it's the fans, it's everybody buying the merchandise and all that feeds into your pay scale and what you get paid. I think you should have to.
Right.
I understand where he's come from. You know, when you and I were still playing the league, the Denver Broncos had an unwritten rule with the offensive linemen where they did not talk to the media, and they would find each other if they did.
Right.
Back then, it wasn't a big deal. Now, all of a sudden, it is, because more prolific position than, say, an offensive lineman. But if the NFL, your organization, or whoever is paying your salary, this grand salary, you know, you should have enough respect to go out and speak.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, although I think every grown man got his right to do whatever he wants, but I think you're losing that sense of platform, how you can touch kids. He does a lot with charity, and I respect that. His teammates respect him. Again, I don't know him very well. Met him out at Oregon with my son at the high school all-star deal, but, you know, speak to the media. I mean, you could be short with your words. Lastly, on the game, the matchup, who do you like?
Well, my wife is from Massachusetts.
Uh-oh.
So I've inherited being a Patriots fan, but I like Seattle in the game.
You like Seattle?
I do like Seattle in the game.
Back-to-back, Russell Wilson, running quarterback.
Their defense is where I'd hang my hat. I mean, championships are won, at least in the NFL, still by defenses. I think in college, high school, you see more and more of trying to outscore each other. I think in the NFL, it's really still around that defense.
No doubt about it. Of course, when you look at last year, how they dealt with Peyton Manning, one of the best in the business, shut him down. Now they got another one that's also going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's Tom Brady. We'll see if they can get it done back-to-back. Appreciate my man, Matt Campbell, former teammate, former Carolina Panther, now Lugoff Elgin, head football coach and athletic director. We'll be back in a moment.